Hockey news time. Going to hit on some hockey news. Why? I don't know. Because all I do is open packs, and I like talking about hockey, and I don't have too many people to talk about it with. So this is what you get. So for a few minutes, I'm going to touch on a couple big stories for the year so far, and how I am feeling about it, and what my opinion is. First one, salary cap jumping to 104 million. Remember when we had lockouts and strikes and all kinds of stuff not long ago about salary caps? Now 104 million, which is an 8.5 million increase. So listen, good for them. They're obviously making the money. They're making money wherever they can get it. They're taking all kinds of sponsorships. They're putting stuff on jerseys. I don't know what kind of gambling stuff they got going on, gambling partnerships and ads, which is a whole other story. But that being said, crazy, crazy, crazy salary caps, which of course led to signings all over the place, just dumb signings. The floor is 76.9 million now, and that was way more than they went on strike and lockout to try to prevent the number getting that big, and it just kept going. So I mean, good on the players for making the money, good on the league for doing well. Boy, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's growing pretty fast. So it's a good thing. I mean, it's good to see the sport do well, but holy moly, it's a lot of money. It's starting to seem kind of crazy, but that's true for all sports, and NHL still more reasonable than some of the other ones. So it is what it is. Schedule came out. So I'm all over the place. Don't whether it's Sportsnet, ESPN, whatever it is. So the schedule came out, and this is Sportsnet's list of what they think are the big games this year, the standout ones. So let's hit on these. I'll talk a little bit about each team as it goes through, see what we're thinking. So the first one they list is the Hurricanes raised the banner, and then up the Panthers at Hurricanes. Oy. So first off, congrats to the Hurricanes. Love it. Obviously, being a Penguins fan, seeing Stahl win was super nice. Seeing them beat the evil empire that is the Vegas Golden Knights is great. And listen, I'm not knocking it. Everybody needs a villain. If the Knights are going to be that villain, that's great. But the Panthers are giving a big push for it. So Panthers and Hurricanes. I mean, again, it just feels like light versus dark to me when you have the Chuck brothers coming in to play the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes putting their thing up. So I know which side I fall on this. The Florida Panthers for me are going to be quickly gaining on the Knights as the Dark Empire. They are the evil empire. They are the dark side. They are the force that you don't want to fight with. So I don't like them. I'm not going to like them. There's no way I'm going to root for them. And again, the Panthers and the Knights might be the two I'm most rooting against this year. So let's go Hurricanes. I'm glad they won. I'm glad Stahl won, the oldest guy to win MVP in the playoffs. Pretty nice to see. So we'll see how that goes. What do I got next? What, McKenna? Yeah, McKenna, of course. So I like McKenna. McKenna versus Maple Leafs. That's the big story. Well, listen, McKenna's first game is going to be big no matter who it's against. I don't care if it's against the Maple Leafs, and let's be honest, or against the Canadians. And let's be honest, for Leafs fans, like, look, yes, you get McKenna. It's going to be great. You're going to be better. I understand. Last year, a bit snake bit. I mean, all these off-season changes, I hope they work out. Who knows? But Bobrovsky, I still think the league is better when the original 6 teams are better. That being said, like the Canadians rivalry, come on. I mean, when is it been around? But the Canadians are going to be so much better than the Leafs this year, I would think. That's what I'm sticking with it. I cannot imagine that the Canadians will finish ahead of the Leafs, barring some miracle. So we'll see. But the Leafs are a curious team. I'm curious to see where they head, because last year they were not good, dude. So this year with all those changes, Bobrovsky's like 38. I mean, it's a tough one. Although they needed a goaltender. McKenna coming in, how will he mesh? Like, is Matthews happy? That new coach. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. The Maple Leafs are absolutely going to be interesting this year. The Canadians are going to be on fire. I think the Canadians look good. So, and I like the Canadians signing Demidov. Smart move. Oh, yeah, okay. So let's put McKenna again, Sportsnet, the Toronto Maple Leafs Sports Network. Anyway, so McKenna, Canadians is the first game. Then the next one is Sharks Maple Leafs, McKenna and Steinberg. So I'm not necessarily one of the McKenna doubters, but I'm not necessarily sold on him like some other people either. So McKenna Steinberg will be good, but it's more interesting to see the Sharks, man. Celebrini. Oh man, that kid is good. Celebrini's so good. The Sharks have had so many good picks. Will Smith, a couple other ones in a row. Now Steinberg getting there. Like that team, the Sharks are gonna be so good for so long. They're so fun to watch. So I'm gonna dig that. Sharks all in. Why is it against Maple Leafs? Whatever. And that's just Canadian bias, I think. Fine. Cue the booze. Brady goes back to Ottawa. That'll be something. I would be shocked if Brady Tkachuk goes skates into Ottawa and it doesn't get booed pretty hard. And to be honest, I kind of feel like he deserves to. I don't know if I love this trend lately of the big players jumping to go wherever they want. I'm going to go play with my brother. I'm going to go play with my team I want to play with. I'm going to go chase a cup. I mean, I know people always chase the cup. I know people always change teams, but I feel like it's just getting worse. And I really don't like. I just don't want the NHL to feel like the NBA, where it's just all these superstars jumping around and saying, "I'm just going to build a super team to try to win." I don't dig it. I don't like it. I hope it doesn't happen too often. But that's neither here nor there. I hope they boo him. I think he deserves it. Not that he wasn't good to the team while I was there. He absolutely was. But the way he left was a little, I don't love it. I don't like it. I'll be rooting for the Senators in that game for sure. Not that I'm a big Sens fan, but I feel like I'm going to be rooting against everybody. I don't know, Wacky. I don't know who am I going to root to for the Panthers to beat. Even the Knights. I don't know if I'll be rooting for. I don't even know. I don't even know. It's going to be a tight one when I watch a Panthers Knights game. So bad blood between the Ducks and Flyers. Oh, dude, listen, Penguins fan. Obviously, despise the Flyers. I think the Flyers dirty. I think the whole varsity bullies thing is still legit. Can't stand them. That being said, I love what Briere tried to do there. I do. I love that he tried to sign Karlsson with that crazy contract, forced the Ducks into a corner. They had to match it. They had no choice. Paying anybody $18 million per year to play is crazy. Even if they're number one in the league, I don't know if they deserve that kind of money. So he is absolutely overpaid. But that being said, good on him. I mean, someone gives you a contract for $18 million, you sign it. You don't care where you're playing, you're going to take it. So good on him. I hope it works out for him money wise. I don't blame the Flyers for taking a swing at it, and Briere putting him in a tough spot. It makes me very happy. Actually, it looks good on him. I like it. I love it. I love it. It made me like the Flyers a little bit more. That being said, you got the whole mess with Zegras go the other way, Cutter Gauthier. You got the whole story there. The Ducks Flyers could turn into a rivalry, an East-West rivalry. You never know. Yeah, that could be a good game. I'm looking forward to that one. And again, how Flyers fans will treat that, right? So, Hughes back in Vancouver. I don't know. I mean, again, I know the Canucks fans are going to be mad at him. Do I care? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, it's probably a little bit of East Coast bias. And the Canucks are just, I want them to be good, but they're so bad. Like, I just don't see any, I feel bad for Canucks fans. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. I don't see much hope there. I don't know. Like, what, boo him? I don't know. And then I keep hearing they might move him. Who knows? Who knows what is going to happen? But anyway, Quinn Hughes returning. Yeah, sure. I'm sure he'll get booed. But Quinn's sanity in Minnesota seems to be legit. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know. That's a big game. Cup final rematch gets festive. Hurricanes at Golden Knights, December 21st. Listen, I'll never root for the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights, and that's deep rooted, long time hatred. You did, my boy Fleury, wrong, and I'll never forgive you for it. The Penguins did him wrong too, I know, but they had Murray. They took one the younger guy. It's a whole thing. But they did him so dirty. I'll never get over it. Never get over it. Fleury's still my favorite goaltender, one of my favorite players of all time, and Vegas and the Golden Knights did him dirty. Outside of that, there's plenty of other reasons not to like the Knights, but certainly doing Fleury dirty for me is the problem. Bobrovsky visit Florida with the Leafs. I mean, Bobrovsky's a favorite. They're not even going to boo him, I bet. I mean, they just get there, show up, they'll do a video saying thank you, Bob, blah, blah, blah. There's no story there. But again, it's the Leafs, so we got to talk about the Leafs on Sportsnet, right? Anyway, Karlsson gets a heroes welcome in Washington Lightning at Capitals. Yeah, Karlsson he'll get, and again, another one. It's a return. It'll be a nice return. There's going to be nothing wrong with that. That'll be cheering. That'll be all this. And again, you got to figure, is it Ovi's last year? Sounds like it might be. Sounds like this could be last year for Ovi and last year for Malkin. We'll see. Right, the two big Russians out. Crosby's going to keep playing for forever, it looks like, but those two probably done. So yeah, it's fine. Again, because I think these are sketchy list of top games. Oh, okay. Ovechkin's finally in versus Crosby. Okay, I'll take that one. I'm a little surprised they didn't do Pens Caps right at opening of the season. And they didn't. They put it off. It's later on. Again, April 4th. One of these games is going to be our last Crosby Ovechkin match, and it's going to be a bummer because we're watching a long time. It's so long I've been watching them. I feel like I grew up with them a little bit. But to that being said, I mean, I guess I shouldn't even say that, right? Those kids, they're kids compared to me, right? But I remember sitting in my office when when Pittsburgh won the lottery to draft Crosby. How excited I was! I went out, I signed up for center ice right away. I was so stoked. I lived just outside of Philly at the time, so most people didn't even care or didn't know what was going on. And I was so excited. I remember because they got Ziggy Palffy. They got Ziggy Palffy, yeah, they signed Ziggy Palffy. Whoever, if you don't know who he is, look it up. They signed Ziggy Palffy. Lemieux was coming back. They had Fleury starting as a rookie. They had Crosby coming in. I was so excited. Like the team's going to be so good. It's going to be amazing. Stahl, like the team was going to be so great. Yeah, it's just going to be amazing. And then they won like 30 games. Like they did nothing. They were trash. They were just the worst. Now they got another good pick and then turned the corner later. And Mario didn't even play long. So remember how excited I was and how disappointed I was. But I always remember it. It was good. It was kind of returned to the glory days because I remember being a Penguins fan from when I was like 12. I started watching ish, maybe a little bit earlier. So I remember being a Penguins fan back around when Mario first got there, and I was lucky enough to hook on and go the whole way through. But certainly Crosby coming back was a big deal. So seeing him and Ovechkin ride off into the sunset will be sad. I like to feel like they have a healthy relationship now, and I like to think that they'll be like at a cottage somewhere having beers, talking about the good old days in 10 years from now. So we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Another couple stories will hit because time is not there. I'm at 10 minutes. I'll give it a little bit. Rajo. Listen, I'm not a pirate. I think you should pay for your stuff and don't pirate. However, dude, I almost don't blame people, right? I mean, you're telling me now just to watch the games, you're talking $344.99 plus tax per year. $350 to watch your games for the year. Like, it's so ridiculous what's happening with cable. Like you had cable before, you've been complaining about spending $200, but now in order to watch everything, you got to spend way more than that by the time you pay all your subscriptions, all your everything else. I don't know what I'm going to do for hockey this year. I really don't. I really don't know what I'm going to do. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. The price is stupid, dumb. But anyway, it is what it is. I mean, it's money, but there's a reason why they have over, 107 or 104 million or whatever numbers for salary cap. What was it? Yeah, $104 million salary cap. Yeah, it's because we're all paying that kind of money. So anyway, it is what it is. They got you over a barrel. I don't know. You got to have an option. So we'll see. And then hockey can't. I got Canada to go to it. It's a whole thing. And whatever. I'm a little disappointed with the whole landscape of hockey here in Canada. And to be honest, when I get a chance to watch U.S. feeds, and I never thought I'd say that, but as it stands, it's just tough, man. The Sportsnet taking over CBC, I don't know. Taking over hockey is not, I don't think they've done it any favors. Let's put it that way. I already talked about this garbage. I'm not talking about Florida anymore. All right. Patrick Kane. What is Chicago doing? Like, I don't even know what they're doing. Like the Bowen Byram thing out of Buffalo, which was they overpaid for, and now they're going to pay this guy who's, let's look. I know Kane's been great. I know he's had a good history. I know there's nostalgia there, and he's number 88, so he signed up for $8 million a year for 2 years. But come on, I mean, I'd love to be a fly on the wall for a conversation with Bedard's agent and that team, because dude, what are they doing? I don't even know what to do. I feel bad, legitimately bad for Bedard. Bedard comes out, everyone talking like he's going to be the next big thing, next generation talent. He comes in, that team, he gets no help whatsoever. He has some injury problems. He can't get through. He's outshone by Celebrini and Schaefer and all these kids now. Like, I feel for Bedard, and Kane is not the answer. What a mess. I don't know. It just seems crazy to me, that one does. What else we got? Anything else? Bobrovsky. Yeah, okay. We already talked about Toronto. Toronto's going to be Toronto. Whatever. I mean, can Austin Matthews turn it around? I don't know. Can he learn to play more of a team game? Maybe. I mean, he captained the Americans to the gold medal, right? If that means anything, I don't think it does, because anyone who watches that game knows how one-sided the game was. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Last year they were so bad. I think the new coach will help. I do think some new blood on the team will help. I think Bobrovsky helps. I think McKenna is good. So they definitely could turn the corner quick. There's a lot of skill there. I don't know. I just feel like the Leafs are snake bit. I'm not going to be surprised to see them start off slow and struggle at the gates and have a bad season again. So we'll see. We shall see. Robertson and folks. Oh, what a tease this guy was, right? So, I mean, the guy can sign for so much money. He won't sign it, wouldn't sign it in Seattle, wouldn't sign somewhere else, doesn't want to do anything, whiffles and waffles, looking for his money, puts the Stars in a tough spot. And then after all that, boom, he just signs, right? A 1 year, $12 million contract. So in other words, he signed a 1 year, 12. I assume he's going to get traded. I can't imagine Dallas is going to keep him. I mean, why would they? If he signed a 1 year deal for 12, they know he's going to want to bounce. So and as soon as you get the money, he'll bounce. And every year, the way that the salary cap's going up, he'll get more money next year anyway. So I bet you by the time the trade deadline happens, he's out. Out. We'll see. Anyway, that's a few big stories over the summer. I don't know if maybe I'll do this maybe I'll do this every now and then. I like talking about hockey. I don't get too often, so maybe I'll do a weekly thing where I talk about this, fill it in. Let me know if anybody out there. Again, it's kind of nice. We're getting some people comment and then chat back and forth. It's so cool. Dig these hockey fans out there. It's been a really good vibe. So, yeah, if this is worth doing, great. If it's not, that's fine. I'm probably going to do it anyway because, again, just like the openings, it's for me. Right now, it's not. I don't really know where it's headed or what we can do, but I'm enjoying it, and it's really cool to get some feedback from you guys. It's really cool to get to interact with people, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So maybe I'll make this weekly. Look at the stories for the week and talk about stuff. But as it stands, I'm exciting to get closer to hockey season, to get closer to football season, because certainly baseball season has not been anything to write home about this season. So, all right, take it easy, folks. We'll see you. Maybe we'll do some hockey news next week again. Take it easy.